Alright, just got back from the NWCA Convention down in Delray Beach. Great event, awesome event as usual. Learned a ton from all the different speakers. Learned a lot just from talking to a lot of different people. Some really great minds down there. And just to wrap up some of my main takeaways, or I guess the number one thing that I really take away from that is the practical stuff that I can walk away with, come back and implement it into my program. And that's really what I focused on whenever I made my presentations. And the three things that I focused on mainly in the longer presentation that I did were the three things that every program needs. Number one is a Facebook fan page, not a group, but a page. You can upload videos, have discussion, upload pictures, obviously post results, etc., etc. The people that visit that don't need to have a Facebook account to access that information. So you can actually have a custom domain name pointed right to that Facebook page. Number two was a blog. Every coach should be blogging, and that blog should be on your page, on your website if you do have one. If you don't, no big deal, because websites are really less useful than a Facebook page and a lot of other things, because you need to get out to people as opposed to having people come to you, because people are busy. They're not really going to come to you, so you have to find ways to get out to them. Blog is one way you can do that. You can email your blog posts out. You can people can RSS subscribe to your blogs. You can have your blog post onto your Facebook page. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is a PR campaign. Collect the email contacts and phone numbers of the 3 or 5 major media outlets in your town. Put them on a Word document and send them out, and start contacting these people and sending them information. Ask them what they need. What can you do to make their job easier? If you do that, they'll love you, and they'll tend to help you a little bit more. And the other thing that I gave out that was sort of more practical, people can implement this and use this right away, is my reading list, which I posted on a blog several months ago, and I've gotten great response. I was surprised at how many people were actually reading these business books that relate directly to athletics and directly to sports, and that coaches really should be using, especially to stay along with the philosophy of the NWCA Convention or the Coaches Academy, where the coach really needs to be the CEO of a program. So number one, there's 3 books on the reading list. Number one is the E-Myth, stands for Entrepreneurial Myth. Just because you can teach a single leg doesn't mean you can run a great wrestling camp teaching kids. Just because you know how to turn a screw doesn't mean you can be a home builder. And it's the same thing. Just because you can teach a single leg doesn't mean you can run a great program. So how to run a great program through systems, and this is a great book. Number 2, 4-Hour Work Week. If you want to learn how to have other people do work for you, so you can do better work and do more work, or do the work that you really enjoy doing, 4-Hour Work Week is going to be a great inspiration for you. And the last one is How to Win Friends and Influence People, which has been on the bookshelves since like the 1930s, 1940s. If you go to any Barnes & Noble or major bookstore today, you'll find it on the shelves, because it's such a great book. Everybody should read it. It's going to help you with your relationships with your athletes, with your assistant coaches, with your administrators, with your alumni, with your fans, with your boosters, with your spouse, etc. the whole way. So it's just a great book that I think every human should read. Greg Hatcher, who was a college wrestler, was given his book away. He's actually a real successful businessman, owns the Hatcher Agency, which is one of the top 10 most successful insurance agencies in America. But he gave away his book, 55 Steps to Outrageous Service. I took a couple great things away from there. Things that I'm going to implement right away into my business as well as my program. The number one thing really is just writing those thank you letters, and we all know that, but writing 5 handwritten thank yous each week. You know, at this time of the year, coaches need to come up with a plan. It has to be a simple plan, but it has to be a strategic plan, not only with where you want to end up, but your short, midterm, and long-term goals. So get on it, coach. Good luck.